Lexi Miller at Macon High School. And boy, Lexi's had quite a career. Folks, she started 4 years in both girls basketball and softball. She's been all conference 3 years already in those two sports. Been all district and all state twice in basketball, all district and all regional twice in softball. So what a career. Lexi, let's talk first of all about your Macon basketball team. You guys off to a pretty good start, 4-0. You got a nice win over North Callaway in the first game of that Centralia tournament. Talk about how things have gone so far.
One of our major keys to how we play is our defense, and I think we've really stepped up our defense in the past couple of games to really help us secure the win. We got a really good little team. Some of the people off the bench are new to it, but I think they're really stepping up. We've got some things to work out, but it's early in the season, and I think that we'll get better each day at practice and each game.
Who are the other starters, Lexi, on your Macon girls basketball team?
We got Brooke Weimer. She's a guard, and she's one of our best defensive players that will put her on one of the better players on the other team. We got Shelby Petrie. She's our knockdown shooter. We got Kaylee Wilson, who's really stepped up and been one of our leaders this year. And we got Savannah Thompson, our big post player.
Well, you talk well about those girls. You'd be a good sportscaster. But hey, Lexi, like I said, you've started 4 years for the Macon team. Let's go back a couple years ago, your sophomore year. You guys were in the Final Four. Had a great year that year, got down to the state championship level. How did it feel to play in that big stage, to play in that Final Four tournament?
Just an amazing experience. I don't think anyone really expected us to go that far, and none of the girls really expected it. It just kind of happened, and that's what happens when you're just having fun and you're playing basketball. I mean, we played the best of our abilities every game, and it just took us to state, and I think the girls, they worked hard at it and they deserved it. I was just so lucky to be a part of that team and to be able to experience going to state.
Talk about Lexi Miller as a player. What do you do? What's your strong point offensively?
Offensively, I really just help the team get organized. They rely on me for quite a few things, so I'm just there to help them know what they're doing. I'll drive into the basket, create things for other girls, and do what the team needs me to do.
So you sound like you're pretty much a team player all the way around. Okay, now you've started 4 years at Macon. I bet you hold some records there at school, don't you?
I'm not sure, but I think that I'll definitely get there after the season.
Yeah, I'd say you've got a very good chance. And last year you guys played and you got pretty deep in state again. You ran into Boonville. You were Class 4 last year, ran into Boonville. They ended up being the state champions. I know you played them at your place, I think maybe a game to go to the Final Four or whatever. They beat you, but boy, I heard your gym was really excited that night, electrified. Place was packed, and talk about that. I bet that was, even though you lost, I bet that was an exciting night.
Yeah, it truly was an exciting night, because I know through the beginning of the year we weren't allowed very many fans due to COVID, and just to have that gym packed with fans, just the support that everyone gave to us, and everyone believed in us, and it was amazing. I appreciate everyone coming out and supporting. They don't know how much that means to us and the girls. We play for the fans in the community, and just being able to give them something to watch. It's fun. Well,
like we said, you're in the Centralia tournament this week and got some games left, but you're seeded number 2. Boonville's seeded number 1, so a lot of things have to happen. But if you both would keep winning, you get another shot and play them again, wouldn't you?
Yep, that'll give us another chance to prove to us and to everyone else that we can beat them. They're a good team, and they have some really good girls. But I think that if we play our hardest, we have a good chance.
Well, you're also a pretty good softball player. You play shortstop. You started 4 years on the Macon softball team. And what do you do? What do you do at the plate? Are you a base hit girl, a power hitter? What's your strong point there?
She kind of moved me back and forth during the season. I was more of a power hitter at the beginning, and then she moved me just to get on base, which worked because I would get on base, and then Brooke Weimer, she was behind me, and she'd get a really good hit. And it's just the way it worked for our team to be able to score.
You started 4 years in both softball and basketball. You received all kinds of postseason honors. You've been All-State twice in basketball. What's been the secret to your success, Lexi? What would you say to other young girls so they could be as successful as you've been?
I would just say that you could do anything you put your mind to. I know I've spent hours in the gym, hours after practice, on weekends, on Sunday after church. I would go in and just get up as many shots as I could. You know, they just have to keep grinding and grinding every day, even when it's not going your way. You know, I've had my downs, but, you know, you just have to work through them. Get help. Ask other people for help if they need it, and just keep grinding.
And you plan to keep playing college basketball. Talk about where you're going.
So I will be attending Columbia College to play basketball. Columbia College has a great basketball program. I've went there for many years just to watch them play. Love their atmosphere, love the style of play. Their coach is very knowledgeable of the game, and I've known him for a while, and so when he said that he wanted me, instantly I knew that that was where I was going to go, because it's also a plus because it's close to home, so my family will get to see me play.
Sounds like a dream come true for you, Lexi. And real quickly before we sign off, who are your parents?
My parents are Jason Miller and Leslie Miller.